Hi folks, and welcome to today's video, how to avoid back pain when working from home. Now, before we get into today's video, don't forget, if you're enjoying the content I do bring to you on a weekly basis, hit that subscribe button. Okay, I create a lot of content to help people out there suffering with lower back pain problems, so please help me create content which is going to help you. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So today, guys, I'm going to talk about how to avoid back pain when working from home. Now, the way we work has definitely changed during the pandemic, post-pandemic. A lot more companies are letting their workers work from home, full-time, part-time, etc. And it's really important, if you want to avoid lower back pain, upper back pain, neck pain, to correctly set up your, if you want to call it, home office or home workspace. So I'm going to go over six little tips that you can do to set up your home workspace optimally to avoid, prevent, not aggravate existing back pain, low back pain, upper back pain, mid back pain, etc., etc. So number one, of course, is finding a dedicated space in your home that you will always use as your workspace. So what I mean is, one day, if you're lying in bed working, then you move to the couch, then you move to the kitchen table, okay? You gotta have one dedicated space which is free from clutter. You know, you've got the chair there, you've got your laptop, your monitor, you've got maybe your printer you're having to use, everything that is set up there, and that's your dedicated workspace that you're going to use. If you're on the couch lounging, it's not the best position. If you're lying in bed all day, it's not the best position for your back, your neck can be cricked. Then you're at the kitchen table and there's food there and there's distractions. You want a dedicated space where you go and that is your workspace, okay? It's good for the mental health, but it's also good for the back health, all right? Now, of course, when you work from home, you're generally sitting, all right? So you want to get yourself a good ergonomic work chair. Now, this one I've got here, I actually picked this one up on Facebook Marketplace. It cost me it was less than $60 or something. It was second hand, but it's a bit of a Rolls Royce. This thing it's got a lumbar support in here, which I basically use a little pump device to pump up the lumbar support. It's got obviously the neck support here. It's adjustable up and down, and very important, it's got the elbow supports. That's very important because if I've got no elbow support, my arms are just hanging, okay, that can start to exacerbate shoulder and neck issues. Okay, you want to be able to rest your arms on something. So definitely, if you're going to be working with a lot, a very good investment is one of these ergonomic chairs. As I said, you can pick them up secondhand pretty easily. You want to make sure it's adjustable up and down and preferably has the elbow support. You don't need the Rolls Royce lumbar support type of stuff, because what you can do if it doesn't have that built into the chair, you can get yourself a towel, roll it up, place it in there, because you want to be sitting nice and tall. You want to push your hips back into the chair, have your back on the chair, so the chair is actually taking some of your weight. You're not leaning forward, you're not flexing, because over time, if you've got an existing back problem, that flexion, okay, it can exacerbate existing pains, herniated disc, bulging disc, etc. You want to use the chair to your advantage. That's what it's designed for, is to support you. So make sure the chair is working with you, okay, you're not working against the chair. All right, so definitely a worthwhile investment. And there's a picture that's going to pop up in a second here for number 3, and that's going to be your work surface. Now the picture is going to pop up there, and you're going to see how you want to have your workstation the correct height. Okay, you're sitting at the correct height, and it's going to pop off there in a second. And this is very, very important. Okay, number 3 is your work surface, because you're going to have the best chair in the world, right? But if I choose a table which is too low, okay, so I'll just swing around my keyboard here, and it's too low, I'm going to be leaning down to my keyboard. You see my wrist is cocked here in this position, having to lean forward. Yeah. So even though my chair is great, my work surface is not great. So you've got to try to either maybe prop up, by using perhaps, a pack of printer paper, boxes, books, whatever you've got, to lift up your keyboard to the right height, or change your work surface. So again, you come into something which is the correct height. So again, I'm supported here, my wrist is neutral, and I can type, okay? I'll bring the mouse over the mouse pad. This one's actually got a built-in wrist support, which is pretty cool. It's a little gel pad. And I'll show you on the left here. So when I'm mousing, okay, my elbow is supported and my wrist is supported, yeah? Again, if I was on the lower surface, all right, again, it's the wrist is cocked, it's not a good position to be. Now likewise, the surface can be too low, but it can also be too high, right? So let's pop the chair down a little bit to show you. If it's too high, my keyboard's up here, same thing. My elbows are elevated, my shoulders are taking tension. Again, my wrists are cocked forward this time. Not the best position, all right? So either with books, boxes, etc., use something to bring your work surface up to the correct height. So number 3 is your work surface. And again, make sure it's clutter-free as well, yeah? The number 4, important. I have this myself. I do have a desktop, but I've got a couple of spare monitors which I use if I'm switching out to the laptop, because generally with home working, we generally work mainly on our laptops, right? And of course, a lot of us, I see my friends, you're at home, right? Maybe you're in a good chair, but you're like this, okay, working away on the laptop. And again, the forward head, the head can drop forward. You can get what's called now tech neck, which is this pain back in the lower cervical region. So if you are using a laptop a lot, I would recommend getting an external monitor, okay? Usually a very simple one cable you need, okay, goes into your external monitor, because you want that monitor, you want the top third of your monitor to be at eye level, okay, because it's going to reduce, okay, you're having to crick forward like this with your head, okay. Now you can still, again, use the keyboard on the laptop, but of course you're looking now at the correct type your monitor should be. It's also useful if you can afford it, maybe the company will pay for it. If you have got a laptop, say, hey, can you please give me a keyboard, okay? Because that way it's much easier to use. You can close the laptop partially, you've got your external monitor, you've got your keyboard there, okay? It's much easier to use than the small laptop keyboard. You can monitor, it's the perfect setup, okay? So definitely external monitors are very, very useful. If you're gonna be spending, 4 to 5 hours working, you want to be in the best position possible, all right? And hopefully, as I said, your work will give you the ability to purchase a monitor, or they will purchase a monitor for you, keyboard, maybe take one home with you, and get the correct setup, okay? So number 4 is definitely I would try to use an external monitor where possible. Now, number 5 is, I've kind of highlighted it, what we've been doing, is actually the keyboard and mouse placement. Now, this is very important. There's a little picture is going to pop up again there. You see the mouse and the keyboard positioning. Again, if my surface is too low, okay, my wrist is going to be caught back. You want the wrist in a neutral position. Preferably if there's a nice little pad you can rest the wrist on. It makes it much easier. But if I'm too low, it's going to be cricked. Okay, if it's too high, it's going to be hard. You want this ability to have this nice neutral wrist position, and I can work on the keyboard and work on my mouse without any issues. So very important is number 5, keyboard and mouse placement. And again, number 6, this may seem like an obvious one, but if you are working from home, you're there 6, 7, 8 hours on your computers working, move, okay? You got to move. You can't sit in you can sit in the one position for 5 hours, 6 hours, but your body will not like it, all right? So what I want you guys to do is every 20 minutes or so, do some type of movement. I would recommend an easy one to do. You're working you can set the timer on your watch. You can get a little pop-up timer on your laptop. Every 20 minutes, do something. So simply, you can just stand up out of your chair, okay? Takes the stress off the lower back. You can reach up, stretch up above your head, okay? Maybe for 30 seconds. Come down, okay, you can put your hands interlock your fingers together here, stretch out in front, so push your shoulders forward, hold that for 20, 30 seconds, maybe bring the hands behind, reach up, pull the shoulders back, stretch the arms up, okay, maybe just stand in front and then slowly just rotate around one side, look over your left shoulder, stretch around, look over your right shoulder, okay, couple of deep breaths, and take a chair and sit back down and continue where you left off, okay? Your spine will thank you for it, all right? It's a 30-second, 1 minute, 2 minute break you're doing, okay, at your desk. You don't have to go around. But I would say every hour, do stand up, do one of those stretches, but actually move. Walk to the window, have a look out, see what's going on outside, take a walk to the kitchen, get a glass of water. Obviously, you need to go to the bathroom, okay? Just take a walk around your room, all right? Just spend 1 minute, 2 minutes every hour, get out of the chair move around, your spine will thank you for it in the long run. Believe me, okay? I know you've got to get that project finished, okay? Your boss is champing at the bit to get it done. But trust me, that 1 or 2 minutes you take every hour to do that kind of movement, your spine will thank you in the long term for it, I guarantee you, okay? So guys, listen, there's 6 really useful tips for you if you are working from home, how to set up your workstation, how to avoid back pain. Any questions, comments, please hit me up in the comment section down below. And hopefully you enjoyed this video, so please like, share, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Have a great day.